Last statement I kind of have for today is it's in regards to Russia's invasion of Ukraine and how Americans feel about it. And polls are showing that Americans are starting to wane on the feelings of the Ukrainians being attacked by Russia. Do I have a direct opinion about Russia's invasion of Ukraine? Yeah, I think it's a pretty trash ass move by Russia. But moreover, I think that according to Newsweek, Putin has cancer. He was treated for cancer in April. According to Newsweek, they got some type of confidential intelligence report that was told to them by multiple sources. And they're saying that Putin has cancers. And we've seen some public accounts of him leaning on tables and shit and just looking all weird in public. And maybe he does have cancer. I mean, I don't know how old Putin is, but he's old. He's up there in age. He used to be a part of the KGB. He's been president for like freaking ever. Right. He used to be the prime minister of Russia. Like, he's been in power for a long time. And in my opinion, is just this whole issue is one old man who has a hard on to get rid of an entire nation before he dies. That's just my opinion. Russia now controls over 20% of Ukraine. They're in the eastern Donbass just fighting, trying to take, territory from the Ukrainians. And I think that both sides have done some weird stuff it's over 100 days so far since this war has began. And both sides have done some stuff that's just been kind of weird. First off, Russia invading Ukraine is a weird thing. But President Zelensky, apparently during the peace talks that were being had, I think in Israel, they completely walked away from the table, and they would have had to give up some of their territory in order for the war to end. And they decided, no, we're going to win this war, and we're going to go for it. I mean, that's his opinion, but as a leader, sometimes you got to make tough calls, and to give up a piece of your country so you can end the war, maybe it's something that you should have considered. But apparently, according to intelligence reports, that Putin may not have invaded at all if Ukraine would have, committed to never joining NATO. Like, if they would have came out and said, we will never join NATO, it's something that we will never do. And NATO would also came out and said we would have never accepted Ukraine. It sounds like this would have never happened at all. I don't know how true that is. One thing I know is we've sent a whole lot of damn money over to the Ukraine. And I know how the Congress authorizes a budget, right? Congress has the power of the purse. They make appropriations and authorizations. Once those are made by them, they are signed by the president and then executed. And supplemental appropriations have been made by Congress to give to Ukraine. But now there are some senators who are rightfully so wondering, where the hell is this money being spent on? Senator Elizabeth Warren is saying we don't know where the money is going exactly. Rand Paul has always been on the whole bandwagon of we need to stop building bases around the world and funding the whole world's wars. And I kind of am agreeing with both of them right now, Democrat and Republican. We spend a lot of damn money over there. Apparently, the amount of money that we have spent in Ukraine since the beginning of this war could have clothed, fed, and given health care to every single baby currently in America. I don't know. When I have issues, literally, I'm having issues getting formula for my 8-month-old, and I'm seeing all this bread go over to Ukraine. My opinions about Ukraine war is kind of waning as well.